Okay. Here we go. Let's have a little listen.
Giving you a penis. Feeling in my penis.
Wow. How much fun was that? It needs releasing on flaccid tracks. Nice. I see what you did there, Richie. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I love the inclusion of Bottom and Beavis and Butthead. So much fun. And ultimately, isn't that what Hard House is all about? Isn't that what Bounce is all about? It's all about fun, not taking itself too seriously. But it was just so energetic as well. The Hoovers were great. I know Martin Guy mentioned that as well. Yeah, Hard House and a Hard Cock. Yeah. Hi, Rob. Yeah, just fun, and that's all it needs to be. I know that Tidy Spidey has sampled Bottom before, because there's a track he made called Trousers Called Dave, which is another one that I'm aware of that I love of his. And I think I also play another one that he's done of South Park, which is really cool. But yeah, I love that. Anything that kind of like gives us nostalgia as well, you know, because we all remember Bottom, we all remember Beavis and Butthead. It's always a good idea to go for the nostalgia with people. Speaking of nostalgia, that leads me on nicely to our next tune. And our next tune is Arctic Barbers' remix of Southside Spinner's Luvstruck. Does anyone remember Luvstruck? Yeah, I think Richie might remember it. So they are in the chat. Yes, I am Alters touring. Yep, it's really good. Obviously, I had a listen to it earlier. I had a little listen to it. Yeah, let's just put it on. Wow. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Guys, please make sure that you are going and following Arctic Barbers, please. Excuse me. Over on SoundCloud. So good. So good. Arrangement was great on that as well. And the sound, obviously you've just said in the chat as well, for those that didn't see, but the only sample used in that was and I assume you mean the only sample from the original was the vocal. So the synth was engineered and you got it sounded really close. Really close. That's awesome. Which synth did you use for it? Really nice layers on it as well. Serum, wow. Cool. Yeah, I really liked it a lot. Did you guys try Serum too? I haven't tried it yet, but it looks awesome. Yeah, I haven't tried it yet, but I know that they've put some new stuff on it. You've now got the ability to draw in wavetables as well, which I think is really cool. They're going a bit more like synths such as Avenger. I believe the first one, I believe Serum just had, was it the 2 or 3 oscillators and then a sub. But yeah, Martin says, I'm waiting to see what Guy does with it on his Patreon. Yes, and if you can see at the top there, if you want to join Guy's music production Patreon, go and check it out. You can draw a penis now, yep. It is a game changer in the envelope ADSR, yeah. You couldn't do that in Alchemy. And I loved Alchemy. Hi, Anto. Yeah, this track's just awesome. Thank you for sending me. I'm going to be playing this in my sets a lot. And I think it's the perfect time to be releasing a remix of a classic like this. Very current. I know it comes from an authentic place though with you guys, because you know you've been in this for a long time, and you know you're authentic people. I've heard other stuff that you've done as well, so it makes sense that you would want to do a remix of a track like this. But I know that this will be something that will do well, especially in the summer months over in Ibiza. Now that we've got the whole trance thing back again, it's awesome. Vanguard, I've not used Vanguard for years. I used to love Vanguard. Vanguard was so cool. Yeah. Torin says that offbeat reverse bass off the kick needs tweaking. That could be subjective. I think it sounds awesome. Nice and clean. It's nice and clean with those other acid sounds in there. Yeah, it sounds cool. Before the bass comes in. Maybe it's a you thing, that, Torin. Maybe you're hearing something that I'm not hearing as well. I like that. I've got my sub on as well here, and I think it sounds very separated, in a good way. And it sounds that to me is like the main thing. If we're having reverse bass sounding things, or a rumble or whatever, is that definition. But yeah, it can depend on like what kind of setup we're listening on. If you're listening on a phone, then forget it. But if you're sat in your studio right now, it might sound I think it sounds awesome. I think there's nothing about that I would change. Filthy and clean at the same time. Mackie H24s. You might have the same ones that I've got. What are mine? I think those are the ones that I've got. And I've got a Mackie sub as well. But yeah, it sounds awesome. Oh, Torin's listening to me talk on his Mackie H824s. That's so nice. Is anyone watching me on the toilet? I'd like to know that. Do I want to know that? I don't know if I want to know that actually. I mean, I do. I watch people on Twitch while I'm on the loo. Steve is, yay! How you doing, Steve? You coming to the Weekender? Yeah, get following Arctic Barbers, guys. Big things happening. Loved it. Thank you. Yes, you are brilliant. Make sure you come and see me. I'm gonna get a load of things. We need to arrange a Twitch meetup for at the Weekender again, like we did last time. Anto can't wait for the Weekender. Yay! Stickers. Yep, and stickers. I've got some stickers. Got them here. I'm all ready. Look, I've got other people's stickers in here as well, but I've also got mine. And then we've got these little stickers, and it says, "Hello, my name is," and then you put your username on there, like your Twitch name, and then I'll know who everyone is, because I have a proper fear of not remembering people's faces. I do have there's a kind of condition where the crackhead condition. I have a condition where I can't remember people's faces, but I will remember where we've spoke, or if it's online, I'll remember your Twitch usernames and stuff. Like Little Bee's Knees, for example. It doesn't matter what their actual name is. They're not that person to me. They're Little Bee's Knees. They will always be Little Bee's Knees to me. And that's how I will identify each of you, is by your Twitch handle. And then you get a sticker as well. You get an Amber D sticker. Yeah, I'm terrible at remembering names and faces. But the problem is, because you stream a lot, when you stream a lot, and people watch you all the time, you do build up a relationship with people. But I know sometimes people don't mean to do this, but people forget that it's a one-way video thing, and I can't see what you look like. So people will see me and go, "Oh, fucking hell!" and they'll come up and speak to me, which is what I want. I want to meet people, but then they forget to say who they are, or they'll just say the first name. You know, if you tell me like what your Twitch username is, I'm going to know who you are instantly. So yeah, that's what I'd like everyone to do, is have a meetup there. I'll bring my stickers. I've got a WellyBob sticker here. I've got Unit Division. I've got Tidy Spidey, whose track we just listened to. I get loads of free stuff off you. Like, it's brilliant. My mate Shelley Moosehip, she made me this 3D printed frog, which is really cool. My friend Roxy made me a 3D printed Amber D. Like, I get so much stuff made for me. I love it. It's brilliant. She is amazing, isn't she? Did you see the other thing she's done for me? Let me just grab it. Hang on. She's done me a key ring as well. Oh, here's the key ring. She's made me that. And then this. cool's that? You got ducks. I want ducks. And then this one. This is one of my favourites. This is from Tony, one of my moderators. And it's true. It's good that, isn't it? So yeah, bring me free stuff, bring me stickers, come and see me at the weekend. Let's have some fun. Next up we have got Caustic and Little Miss Natalie. And this is a track called Directed, and it's the Nocturnal Disorder remix that we're going to play. Here we go. There we go, Caustic and Little Miss Natalie. And that is directed. And it's a Nocturnal Disorder remix. I really like this. Really, really liked it. Is that Noida in the chat? Is that Caustic or is it Nocturnal Disorder? Or are you a different person altogether? Yeah, I know Sean, but is that Sean? Is Noida Sean? This is what I mean by people's fucking usernames. Sean, is that you? Yes, okay, got it. Thank you. Okay, now I understand. So, Sean, is Caustic your alias or is it Nocturnal Disorder? Because I've heard of both of those names. Noida is my techno alias. Okay, got it. And then you're Caustic as well. But not Nocturnal Disorder. Have I got that right? No. Russell Caustic is from Canada. Oh, you're Nocturnal Disorder. Yeah, that makes more sense to me now. Okay. Okay, got it. So you did the remix of this track. Got it. Cool. I really like it. I think it's awesome. It's fun, like Torin said. Real fun. I love the phaser that you've got on there, on that lead. I love the little vocal. There's 2 Caustics. Wow. Yeah, it's awesome. It is fun. And yeah, from a technical point of view, it sounded really together. Sounded well balanced. Arrangement was nice. It didn't get boring or stuck at any point. Coming out on Bring the Noise this year. Yes, mate. Yes. Yeah, I loved it. And guys, can you please make sure you go and follow Nocturnal Disorder, aka Sean, aka Noida. There we go. Thank you, mate. Thank you for sending it in. Loved it. Okay, stop it, Torin. I know what that is. Stop it. Fuck. Okay. Next is Steve Bates and Rob Cain, and this is Dirty Sax. we go. What a cheeky little number. Steve Bates and Rob Cain. Dirty Sax. I've got a lot of love for this. I'd definitely play this in maybe like a groovy set as well. Like a maybe a bouncy set. Many uses for a track like this. I really liked it. I think it was, again, it's really fun, energetic, and that's what we want from a hard house kind of tune, is one that doesn't take itself too seriously. And I like the vocal in it, the little robotic vocodery kind of thing. And I actually didn't mind the saxophone, which is weird for me because anyone that's watched me for any length of time will know I don't like sounds of saxophones very much. But when it's done in this kind of like, in this cheeky kind of a way, I get it. It reminds you of me, does it, Red Misty? Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it's quite a current sounding track, isn't it? I agree, Noida. Defo. But yeah, I liked it. I like the fact it's not that long. It's like 3.5 minutes long, that tune. That's what they want these days. It's all you need. Which means we should be making more music, really, if it doesn't take that long. But, you know. Oh, we've all got ADHD now. This is because of doom scrolling, you know. This is from shorts that do this to you. I'm just as bad. But yeah, I'm not going to get on my soapbox about that. I still like long form stuff though. So like I still watch Joe Rogan stuff and other podcasts where people talk for lengths of time. But I definitely have to be in the right mood for that, I think. Or I have to be driving for long distance. The extra extended mix, yeah. Control forward. The gym went really well today, thank you. Yeah. Rob's awesome, yeah. I don't really know a lot about Steve Bates, but I like him now because I like this song. But Rob Cain is lovely. He really is. He's done a lot of amazing music in his career. So yeah, thank you both of you for sending this one in. And guys, make sure you go and support and follow them on Instagram. And of course, if you're watching this on YouTube, you can get all the details from all the artists from tonight in the description of the video. Next up, we've got Jason Naughty, good friend of mine. He's so lovely. He really is. He's got a heart of gold. And this is a track that he's made called Piano Fingers. Here we go.
Wait a second, you're probably thinking, what's going on? So let's try this again. Here, let's get back to the song. What's going on?
net. I'm just watching with rock label on the TikToks. Now I'm making TikTok music. What the fuck? Like a record list, Bible record back. I'm making so much money, I'm all over the net. I'm just watching with rock label on the TikToks. Now I'm making TikTok music. What the fuck? Now I'm making TikTok. Now I'm making TikTok. Now I'm making TikTok. Now I'm making TikTok music.
So what did you guys think of that one? Piano Fingers, Jason Naughty. There was a lot going on in that track, but it didn't sound like it didn't have any identity. I fully recognised and understood the identity of that track. I think this is so important, right, with the way that music is going, and has been for a very long time. Well, quite a long time. Everyone's doing the same thing. Everyone's using the same templates. No one's thinking outside the box very much. And then you get a Jason Naughty track come in, and we've got, like, this is ADHD in a track, but it didn't need to be 3.5 minutes long. It had sections where everything's changing. We had a very specific section, which was the piano. The pianos weren't in at the beginning. The pianos came in halfway through during that breakdown. And it was so nice because it just refreshed everything. Yeah, exactly. Control 4. At some point, I felt like I was listening to a different song, but in a good way. You have to be careful when you do that. But Jason did it in a really good way. Like, if you have because the pianos came in the breakdown, but there was a specific amount of time that went past before that piano came in, and that allows your brain to reset and get ready for some new information. And yeah, he manipulated energy very well, exactly. So it had these different parts to it. It had different bass lines in there. It had different pacing to the bass lines. So yeah, it was really exciting to listen to, and it was rewarding to listen to, and that's what's important. Good music rewards listening. And it's a really, I don't know how long this took you, Jason, but it was a lot of intricate detail in there in terms of what you were doing with the vocal. Arrangement, I can imagine, took a while to get this working in the way that it did. A lot of going back to it. Listening to it again on fresh ears, not only for the mix down purpose, but also in terms of arrangement. So yeah, it's not that kind of a track does not happen overnight. So awesome. Thank you for sending this in, Jason. And I know you'll be watching this back later. Guys, make sure you go and follow Jason Naughty over on SoundCloud. Before I put on the next track as well, I want to remind you all about Control 4 Official, who's in the chat right now. I'm just going to give you a shout out, mate. If you're a music producer and you send music in here, please make sure you also start sending your music in to Control 4 Official, who is now streaming their own record demo drop kind of thing. Hi Becky, hi. Their own demo drop type show on a Monday. So it's really important that you get lots of different opinions, lots of different feedback for your music. There is stuff that I can't tell you that Control 4 will be able to pick up on. And then there's probably aspects of what I do that Control 4 wouldn't pick up on, from like maybe the perspective of a DJ or record label owner, or just my general subjective opinion on stuff, which is mainly built around the types of music that I play. My point being, if you want better feedback all round, you have to go and look at different sources for feedback. And that's the same for tutors, mentors. You have to try lots of different people and then cross-reference, take on board what you think is right, what relates, you know, because everyone's going to have different things for you to learn from. So, and also the main thing as well is I could sit and listen to Control 4 for ages, talking in the way that he talks about, very much like what I like to talk about, the philosophy of music. But I love the way that you say stuff. I love the way that you talked about, for example, on your show yesterday, you talked about arrangement and the importance of arrangement. And it really helped me to hear things that I already feel like I know, but I don't know I know why I do certain things. And that's what was important to me. That was what I found really helpful, was not just, oh, here is how to get a really loud kick and bass. You know, we've all had so many Instagram reels chucking that shit at us. No, this is more about the philosophy of making music, and likening it to other things, like, for example, with arrangement, telling a story, thinking about it like a movie, as you were saying. And it really makes a big difference to have people in your life that view music on such a deep level like he does. It's really important. So please make sure you go and follow him. You're going to learn a lot. He also does in real time mastering. So he's like a mastering engineer. You know, that again is that's another lifetime of learning right there. It's amazing. And I'm so happy that I met you through my show and you're now doing your show, and we're getting more people to get their music listened to. It's so important. And also, can you make sure you go and follow my friend Becky? Becky's moving to Australia soon. She's lurking. She is here, but she's just lurking. Please go and follow her because she's really cool. She is an amazing music producer. Awesome D&B producer. Please go and check out her stuff. You're doing your accounts? I did my accounts yesterday. Yeah, I did them yesterday. I do them monthly, and then it's not such a shock to the system when we do tax returns. You got a new song back. Yay! Yeah. What's it called? Is it called I'm the Best by Becky Safe? Yeah, you should send it to me. Send it to me and I can put it on the show. Yeah, she's the jumbled breakbeat type music, yes. It's called I Am the Best and So Is Amber. You heard it here first. There we go. Next up, something a little bit different. This is Star-Lord. And this is a track called Chasing Dreams.
Story in email ran about chasing dreams. Email ran about chasing dreams. The story in email ran about chasing dreams. 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 Chasing dreams, email rap about chasing dreams. 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 Story in email rap about chasing dreams. 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 Email rap about chasing dreams.
There we go. See, that one I wanted to carry on a bit longer. It was only 2 minutes and 8 seconds long, but I loved that. So that is by Star-Lord, Chasing Dreams. It's not a style that I know much about this, but I love the ideas in it. I love that vocal. It's really like grown on me. I've listened to it like about 3 or 4 times now while I was getting ready for the show. Yeah, what is that style called? Because it's like half step, isn't it? Is it half step? Dubstep. Oh, dubstep. Drippy. It is dubsteppy, isn't it? It's like half time of hardcore or drum and bass. But yeah, like I said, it's not a genre that I'm familiar with very much, but I loved it. It would be something that I would like to have as like a Beat Saber map or something. Yeah, really cool. I could see it on an advert. I think this is something, Star-Lord, you should maybe look into sync library stuff, get and work on adverts and stuff, or maybe computer games. Computer games. Yeah, loved it.